Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today we're talking about how to relocate to the United Kingdom under the new rules announced just yesterday. Now, that's how to relocate to the United Kingdom under the new rules announced just yesterday. As some of you may know, the United Kingdom announced new rules for immigration. The United Kingdom has implemented Brexit, and that has led to an exodus of qualified people from the United Kingdom back to continental Europe because their immigration status did not allow them to work in the same manner that they were working while the United Kingdom was part of the United Europe, so part of the EU. So a lot of them left. They left to countries like Poland. Poland was a big contributor to the United Kingdom's work economy. Romania, although Romania wasn't really in the EU, but a lot of people, had been able to squeeze in under those rules. People from France, people from, Belgium, people from other parts of the European Union. So now they've gone back, and so there's a void. And to fill that void, the United Kingdom has come up with some new rules. The Minister for Safe and Legal Immigration just released those rules yesterday. And so it's now become easier for certain class of people to come to the United Kingdom. Now, the title of this visa, the name of this visa is called the High Potential Individual Visa. If you've traveled in the United Kingdom through any of their airports recently, you're going to see, there's a lot of propaganda, there's a lot of advertisement in their airports, announcing this visa. It's going to take off on May 30, 2022. So that's in about 3 weeks time. The visa is going to take off. So I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about this visa. Now, for this visa, you don't have to have schooled in the United Kingdom to qualify for the High Potential Individual Visa. So it's called the HPI, High Potential Individual. You don't need to have schooled in the United Kingdom to get this visa. So you can have schooled anywhere. You could have schooled in Africa, in Asia, you could have schooled in, any part of the world, South America. All that is required is for you to have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or a PhD. Now, you can't just get it from any kind of university. You have to have it from a university that is in the top 50 of 2 out of any 3 rankings. 2 out of any 3 rankings. So now the 3 rankings are going to be the Times Higher Education World University Ranking, which is very popular. A lot of people in Asia and Africa are familiar with that ranking. So that's one of the rankings. So I'm going to say it one more time. That's the Times Higher Education World University Ranking. It's released, I believe, every year. And then the second ranking is the Kweli-Simons World University Rankings. Kweli-Simons World University Rankings. Don't worry, it's going to flash up on the screen. It's kind of like an awkward name. What is Kweli? But it's going to flash up on the screen. And then the third one, which it might be more familiar to some people in Africa, is the Academic Ranking of World Universities. The Academic Ranking of World Universities. So if your university that you got your first degree, bachelor's, or your second degree, master's, or your third degree, a PhD, is in any 2 of these rankings, then you qualify. So now I want to make this clear because I don't want some kind of questions after this video. I want to clarify things as much as possible. If your university appears in one of these rankings, you can't apply. So your university has to appear in at least 2 of these 3 rankings: the Times Higher Education World University Ranking, or the Kweli-Simons World University Ranking, or the Academic Ranking of World Universities. And so you got to have a bachelor's or a master's or a PhD. Now, here's the thing. If your university, it appears in any of these 2 rankings, however, it's from a university where the degree was taught in another language other than English, then you will have to take an exam. The name of the exam, the minimum is the B1. So there are other exams that you can take. You can actually take the International English Language Test System exams, IELTS, but the minimum is the B1 exam. So you need to take that to make sure that you can communicate in English. But if that university is in an English-speaking country, say for instance like Canada, Australia, the United States, and other English-speaking countries, then you don't have to take that exam. And then one thing you have to also understand is that, if your degree is from a university from a country that is not English speaking, and then you also appear in 2 of these rankings, that means the university appears in 2 of these rankings, then you have to send in your degree to be verified by a body in the United Kingdom called ECLIS. It's going to flash up on the screen. ECLIS. It's going to flash up on the screen. Don't worry. Now, how do you apply? Here's the thing. To apply for the high potential individual visa, you're going to apply through this link. The link is going to flash up on the screen. Don't worry. But it's not going to be possible for you to apply now. You're going to wait until May 30th, 2022, which is in 3 weeks. But this is the link that you need to apply from. Now, to apply, you have to have a minimum of £715, which is the visa application fee. £715, which is the visa application fee. And then also, in addition to that £715 which you have to pay, you also have to have an equivalent of £1,270 in your account. Now, that money has to have been in your account for 28 days. That money has to have been in your account for 28 days. So it doesn't have to be in pounds. It could be in dollars. It could be in Ghanaian cedi. It could be in Venezuelan bolivar. It could be in Iranian reals. It could be in euros. It could be in Nigerian naira. It could be in Tanzanian money. It could be in Kenyan shillings. It doesn't matter. But the equivalent of that money has to come to at least £1,270 pounds. £1,270. And so you apply on the link that I've already provided, and I'm also going to put the link in the description box. So for people who are not getting it online, maybe on the screen, maybe you could just go to the description box of this video and then you can get it. And then so you apply. Now here's the thing. Ordinarily, you need to have a job offer, or you need to have somebody sponsoring you from the United Kingdom. For the high potential individual visa, which is called the HPI visa, you don't need to have had a job offer from the United Kingdom, and you don't need to have somebody sponsoring you from the United Kingdom. So you don't even have to know anybody in the United Kingdom at all. You don't even have to know, any business person in the United Kingdom. As long as you have your £715 to apply for the visa, and then you have £1,270 in your account for a period of 28 days, you can apply by yourself. It's that easy. So now, here's the thing. If you have a bachelor or a master's degree, then you're going to be given the HPI visa for only 2 years. For only 2 years. However, if you have a PhD, which is a Doctor of Philosophy degree, which is the highest degree, then you're going to be given the HPI visa for 3 years. 1, 2, 3. 3 years. Now, a lot of you might think, okay, what am I going to do when I come to the United Kingdom? That visa allows you to apply for any job just as if you were a British citizen. So you can apply for any job, and then if you're taking, good. If you're not taking, okay. So you apply for any job. Then what happens is that if you got the visa for 2 years, or if you got the visa for 3 years, after your visa runs out, then what you do is that you are now eligible to get into the it's called the highly skilled migrant program. So they got the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. So after that visa runs out, the HPI, high potential individual visa, after that visa runs out, then you piggyback onto the highly skilled migrant program, which is the tier 1 up to, I think it's about tier 5. And then when you get on that tier, after a period of, I believe about 5 years, then you can apply for indefinite leave to remain in the United Kingdom. What that means is that you can stay in the United Kingdom forever, and then after a period of time, then you can even apply for British citizenship. So you can see it's a very, very good deal. It's a very, very good idea. It's doable. So if you qualify, May 30th, 2022, which is just in about 3 weeks, you can apply. Now, if you watch this video, and you have questions arising from this video, maybe my accent is not very, very good, or maybe I talk too fast, or maybe it's something else, you can put your questions in the comment section of this video, and I'll do my best to respond to them. Now, I might not respond to all comments, But what I'm going to do is that I will respond to comments by categories. So I'm going to take your comments and I'm going to put them in categories. My staff are going to curate them into categories and they're going to bring them to me and I'll respond to all the categories. Now, I don't want you asking me questions like, oh, I went to Yaba College of Technology, can I apply? Oh, I went to University of one place or the other, can I apply? No, I've told you, if your university is in the top 50 ranking of 3 rankings, now 2 out of any 3 rankings, then you can apply. The rankings are Times Higher Education World University Ranking, that's the first one. Then Kwakwakreli Simmons World University Rankings, that's the second one. And then the Academic Rankings of World University, that's the third one. You go and check. Don't start coming to me and then putting that question, oh, I went to Yaba College of Technology, can I apply? I've given you the rankings. Go and check. If your university is in the top 50 of any 2 of these rankings, then you can apply. Now, my name is Renan Mokri. You got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp for it. I do not have a Telegram channel, and I do not have a Gmail email address. Scammers have seen that my videos tend to go viral, and so they've created a number of fake YouTube profiles, and they approach people in the comment section of my videos telling them helpline, guideline, one-on-one mentoring, contact me for more profitable tips. And they've come up with a new one, they say pinned by Renan Mokri. That's going to be the name of their YouTube profile, and then they respond to you. And then when you see that, you think that I've pinned it, and then they start to ask you for $1,000 and they dupe you. I'm the apostle of prosperity. I want you to prosper. I don't want you to get into poverty. So avoid those people. Now, this is Renan Mokri saying, God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is